You're probably thinking to yourself right about now, hey, I clicked on this video because of graphic novels and comics, and art and bookmaking and all that good stuff. What the hell's going on with the metal and the fire and the whole forging thing? This may sound a little bit ridiculous, but for this project in particular, this is the equivalent of sharpening a pencil. I am making a graphic novel with metal and going to try not to fuck it up. Hey there, I'm Jake, the imbecile embarking on this crazy adventure. I create Bellringer, an indie graphic novel series following bell-headed dolls doing their best in a horrifically dark, depressing, melancholic, corrupted, slumbering, nightmarish fantasy world. Good, wholesome, family-friendly fun. You may know Bellringer as the face of the adorable little torturer of the beloved Danny Mata, the hubris bell. Book 2 of Bellringer's main title is very much in the final leg of being finished. I'm close. It's actually tied into this whole making a book with metal thing. Yes, drawing a book with this, not this. At the end of 2024, after Bellringer debuted at Dragonsteel Nexus, and right before we headed out to Waldo's and Company for our sculpture exhibition, I found this strange little term while watching an art video. Silverpoint. Silverpoint is ancient, historical. Metalpoint as a whole, that is to say using brass, copper, gold, or beyond silver, existed as a sketching choice of the old masters. The concept is simple, but the execution is kind of maddening. You take prepared ground, mix with water, let it solidify into a gelatin, heat in warm water until liquefied again, and then you brush your paper or boards in 4-ish to 5 coats. That abrasive surface then takes the silver. Because you're drawing with metal, there's no erasing. Not at all. Every stroke that you put down is the line that remains. See why the old masters used to sketch this way? There's a pressure to perform behind every single line. It's also objectively pretty cool. You get to draw with metal. I've used this specific end of Silverwire, ordered on a whim, to do all the concept art from December 2024 through now. For this yet untitled project, I didn't do a tremendous amount of concept art. I bottled most of this kind of creative energy up, which is a little atypical for me. While still in the weeds finishing the second Bellringer title, this story entwined itself to the sequel story. Over time, I gave into the creativity, hence the delays in Book 2's release. Ignoring Silverbell actually really stunted the second Bellringer book. So here we are, channeling all of that energy into an artistic binge. You're not a AAA game company here. I'm one guy just trying to do my best to tell the best stories that I can. So I won't release something until it's ready, until the story is right. And here we are. Book 2 wrapping up, Silverbell is a titanic undertaking on the way. More akin to an indie film than making a book. So this early work began, all the concept art. But wait, didn't I just say we lacked concept art? I tend to ideate in the small, quiet moments of the day. Mira, my soon-to-be 7-year-old border collie, rules as the overlord of my favorite small, quiet place in the world. The backyard. My mornings with the dog are as long as a long conversation, not a long day. We throw frisbee, we play ball time, I chase her around, she watches me, I dive tackle in her general direction. There's rhythm. As a border collie, she was born to work, to herd, to watch, to observe. For years, she watched me throw discus, lift heavy weight, or make strange contraptions. Now isn't much different. We're best buds. Besides my wife Taylor, she's frankly the chosen sheep for a wanting sheepdog. Or the neighbors. Or Taylor. I do almost all the ideation with and because of Mira. She's my unwitting muse. She hears my monologuing about how Book 2 missed its deadline if it's not quite right, but how the Silverpoint thing is going to happen. I hear her chase the neighbors and sprint around the yard. I whittle, I drill, I hack, I paint. But when it's quiet, I breathe with the wind. I run my toes through the tall grass. I watch the trees sing. Mira does the same. I can feel her. Her angst when I'm out there too long, when she simply wants to lie beneath the clouds and watch the world move, where the worry is sung a lullaby in birdsong and rustling treetops. When the worry fades off, there's space which remains. In February, a friend mentioned that wouldn't it be great if we did a Bellringer event around Christmas because, well, silver bells and all. This was a throwaway line. Silver bells. Huh. I've been so close to studying bells and drawing them and sculpting them and ordering them and making them. I had really missed the obvious there. One night, while hanging outside with Mira and Taylor, untitled Silverpoint project became da-da-da, Silverbell. Storyboards poured out of me. I realized pretty early on that our protagonist would be rendered in Silverpoint. She would be breathy and airy and light on a page painted in with watercolor, backgrounds, auxiliary characters, etc. I decided that if I was going to do this project and make a book entirely out of paintings, I was going to go big. So 18 by 24 inch boards that the book will scale down to be 9 by 12. Those 2 initial test paintings that I did actually had her glowing, and I was so excited. The thing about making a book in metal and getting all excited about a silver stylus is that eventually you're going to have to make that silver stylus. The initial idea was to use this piece of ebony to create a hollow ergonomic lead holder for the stylus. The lathe screw got stuck, and I gave up. I just took a quick stroll, kind of tried to relax a little bit, come up with a new idea, and quickly realized that I'd likely be having to make a sacrifice. The Musgrave Greenbelt, the greatest pencil ever made. Kiss it goodbye. I mean, it's coming together pretty well. It just sort of, I'm concerned that the volume, I'm very concerned that the volume of silver that I have won't fill the mold. It looks really pretty. I think it's gonna look really pretty, I hope. Oh, you poor sweet summer child. Just you wait. Whenever it's all finished. So with the carving of the blank all finished, we got the mold set up and prepared preparations for forging day. Look how faded it is from being outside because the doves nested up there. I also want to get Mira while she's doing her little trots. Hi, babe. Our backyard forge setup. Oh, I know what you're thinking. That forge is gorgeous. I know you're really thinking, this guy has no idea what he's doing. And with that, you'd be exactly right. We paced around the yard for around 45 minutes, slowly waiting for the forge to heat up. Mira hated the smell. When I loaded the silver into the crucible, I got kind of sentimental, realizing that all the concept art was drawn with that same piece of wire. With it all heated up, the attempts began. And this first one didn't go very well. It hit me pretty quickly that the hole that I had made inside the mold was very tiny, but managed to get it in. This is the moment of truth. Okay. I mean, I'm out of my depth. Well, I managed to get it on that first one, but yeah, that wouldn't really be the case for the remaining few attempts. This one went okay. About half the silver went in down the hole. We won't really talk about this one.
Hold on. Got it.
Oh, maybe? Maybe? It's in there.
Ooh.
It's in there. There's silver in there. Yes, I know. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, but that's okay. I was determined. Then I just decided, fuck it, let's go. It worked. It worked.
It worked?
It worked. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. It might not be perfect, but it's all mine. No, it is not how I thought it would turn out. Yes, I absolutely love it. It's so weird and mangled and beat up and 100% looks like I forged it in my backyard with absolutely no expertise. With the stylus completed, I poured a cup of coffee, put on my favorite show of all time, readied the absolute mountain of research texts that I prepared over the course of the last 10 months or so, began organizing and situating the studio exactly how it's probably going to end up working until I get too tired of it and then have to change everything around again. I went out before the original calendar date that I wanted to start drawing so that I could solidify my small storyboards into a much larger format. That way, because I only have one shot with every single silverpoint painting, with every single one of those panels and boards, I only have one try. There's no second go. I want to make sure that the story is really solid, and we can take the small storyboards, increase them in scale, get a better sense of the size and the feeling and the flow and the rhythm of the book. It's essentially going to be 2 full drafts of storyboards before I actually sit down to begin painting. And then the day came. September 8th, the day before my 27th birthday, and the very first day of Silverbell production. The production of Silverbell will last the next 60 or so days until November 11th, 2025. 11/11/2025. That date is the launch date of our Kickstarter for this very book. Until that day, however, I will document the creation of every single page of Silverbell, 1 through 120, over the course of now, September 9th, all the way through the launch date of our Kickstarter campaign on November 11th this year. So welcome to Bellringer Presents Making a Graphic Novel in Metal, the Silverbell Diaries, episode 00, pre-production. Tomorrow we will begin uploading every single day, giving you a real play-by-play look at what it takes to make a book of this scale and size and unconventionality, but also a real look at what it's like to make sequential art in general, and a little bit of slice of life as well. So stick around a while, help me with my sanity. Let's make a weird little book together.